The Prime Minister is at the G7 today, surrounded by allies in the largest oil-producing province in the Federation. But thanks to the Liberal government, the oil and gas products they're demanding are still in the ground, and instead of powering our economy and Canadian paychecks. We've got laws blocking extraction, a cap that halts production, a shipping ban that stops it from leaving, and an industrial carbon tax that makes it all more expensive to build. Will the Liberals repeal our anti-energy laws and approve projects so that we can get jobs for our people and our resources to market?
The Honourable Minister of Energy and Natural Resources.
Speaker, what this government will do is pass the One Canadian Economy Act to get the economy going again.
The Honourable Member for Thornhill.
Here's the problem. As the G7 begins, the world may find out what Canadians have known for years. The Liberal laws still in place make it nearly impossible to get anything built. The Prime Minister's solution is not to fix the problem. Instead, he wants to give hall passes to the very few favoured VIPs to skip the line while everyone else waits. C-69, the emissions cap, the shipping ban, the industrial carbon tax, those are all still on the books. Everyone knows the laws are broken and we need to exempt projects for them. So why not just repeal the laws, period?
The Honourable Minister of Energy and Natural Resources.
Speaker, what my honourable colleagues should know is that the CEOs of the energy companies, the union workers, the rig workers are all supporting the One Canadian Economy Act, so it would be really great if they got on board as well.
The Honourable Member for Calgary East.
Please leave it in the ground, Liberals. Keep blocking resource projects, giving more dollars to dictators. Radical Liberal policies are costing Canadian jobs and keeping our clean, responsible Canadian resources out of the hands of our allies. With the G7 now under the way, will this Prime Minister put aside his radical climate agenda to make sure that Canadian resources get into the hands of our allies?
The Honourable Minister of the Environment and Climate Change.
Mr. Speaker, we've been clear, and I will repeat it once again. We are going to keep working to make sure Canada is an energy superpower. To do that, we need to be low risk, low cost, and low carbon. A strong Canadian economy. I hope the Conservatives will be able to help support us.
Bravo. The Calgary East.
Canada can't become energy independent until bad Liberal policies are repealed. The Prime Minister even admits that his own policies are what's not letting anything get built in this country. He even wants to give premiers veto over pipelines, ensuring that Americans get Canadian product at a fire sale price. With the world gathering in Alberta today, will the Prime Minister repeal his anti-energy laws so our allies can get more Canadian product? Yes or no?
The Honourable Minister of Environment and Climate Change.
Speaker, the answer is clear. If Canada wants to be an energy superpower, we need to do it in a smart way, and that is to make sure it's low risk, low cost, and low carbon. The Conservatives were unable to build anything because they didn't do environmental assessments. They didn't consult with Indigenous peoples. We're not going to follow the way they did things because that didn't get things done. We're going to get things done right.
L'honorable député de Louis.
The Honourable Member for Louis Saint Laurent Akanawak. Mr. Speaker, we're receiving the G7 countries right now, and Canada is in last place when it comes to resource development. For 10 years, this Liberal government has been anti-energy and anti-natural resources. The disastrous Bill 69 gave the federal government the right to veto hydrogen and electricity. We would have never been able to develop Manic, James Bay, or Remain. When will the government repeal C-69? The Honourable Government House Leader. Mr. Speaker, I share with my colleague, we went through an election campaign together. We went through page 1 of our platform, and it indicated that we were going to pass a bill to have a single Canadian economy to make it easier to get major projects across the finish line. And that has the support of business, the unions, the premiers all across the country. Mr. Speaker, let's move the Canadian economy together. The Honourable Member for Louis Saint Laurent Akanawak. The Liberals have a short memory because they passed 4 anti-energy and anti-resource bills. There's not just C-69, there's C-48 in the shipping ban, there's the cap on oil and gas production, which is killing jobs, and the industrial carbon tax. Mr. Speaker, more than ever, people need more Canada. When will the minister make this possible? The Honourable Government House Leader. Well, respecting the environment and Indigenous rights and procedures, that's what a responsible government does. But we do know that we need to proceed now to implement major projects, including projects in Quebec and in all provinces and territories. We're going to do that respectfully, but effectively and efficiently. We're going to get our workers to work. We're going to get our economy moving by the end of the year.